Hello everybody, welcome to Knowledge Friday, aka Blackout Friday. We gonna be coming at you every single Friday, bringing you some new black knowledge, or maybe some old black knowledge to those of you who have done your own personal studies. I know me myself, I love to look into black history. I love to look into a lot of different history, being the fact that history repeats itself. So, with that being said, today we're going to bring to you pioneers of black unity. We're going to bring to you some of the first starters of the idea of black power, black unity, black togetherness, pulling our money together, putting things together, building businesses and communities, building structures set up for us to control, set up for us to build more resources. We're gonna talk about all of that. Now, for the first person on the list, his name is Marcus Garvey. And Marcus Garvey is a Jamaican native. He was born in the Caribbean, but due to his job, he has made travels throughout the world. He worked as a writer's apprentice, so he followed his boss around, and he took him to Europe, Central America. He took him to the Americas, other areas in West Indies and Caribbean islands. He took him all over, giving him the chance to actually witness with his own eyes the racial injustice and oppression that his people was going through. After seeing that, his next goal was to create an organization to allow his people to strive and bring them together so that they could work together for a common goal, which was to get them out of America and back to Africa. Now, that was his goal, his dream, what he wanted to accomplish. He got people together to accomplish that, to attempt to accomplish that. Unfortunately, they did fall short. But not before they made a heavy impact. Marcus Garvey's speeches were so motivational. And as he continued to push his word and his knowledge, he motivated so many people. He touched so many people. I'm going to allow you to get a little snippet of the energy that he brought. Just take a listen.
Any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another race is a leadership that will enslave. Any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another race is a leadership that will enslave. They gave leadership to our foreparents, and that leadership made them slaves. But we have decided to find a leadership of our own to make ourselves free men. Our great scholars have been passed through the colleges, the universities, have thrown away the blessed record. Babylon did it. Assyria did it. France under Napoleon did it. Germany under Prince von Bismarck did it. England under America under George Washington did it. Africa with 400 million black people can do it. If you cannot do it, if you are not prepared to do it, then you will die. You race of cowards, you race of imbeciles, you race of good for nothing. If you cannot do what other men have done, what other nations have done, what other races have done, then you have better die. Can we do it? We can do it. We shall do it. We have prayed to God for vision and for leadership. And He has given us our universal vision.
Now, of course, we always need motivators. Marcus Garvey was a great motivator. He put together the UNIA, the Universal Negro Improvement Association. He also put together the ACL, the African Community League. These things were things that moved through generations and touched others.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair?
Mainly
Who taught you
Malcolm
to
X.
hate the color of your skin?
Malcolm X was touched by Marcus Garvey through his parents. His parents was involved with the Marcus Garvey movement. So, therefore, Malcolm had a chance to learn knowledge that some people didn't get a chance to learn. Malcolm had a chance to feel more pride for himself because he was raised that way. And despite his young mistakes, when he was finally brought to his calling, he stepped out. He spoke his mind. He spoke on that economic power that the African American community was lacking and needed. He spoke on that brotherly love we were lacking and needed. He spoke on that knowledge we was lacking and needed. Now, of course, we're not gonna not give you a snippet of Malcolm. So we also have him speaking his mind. Give a little listen.
If white immigrants can come to this country 50 years ago with nickels and dimes and no education, and come here and pool their little nickels and dimes and no education and set up little stores, develop these stores into larger stores, develop this into an industry which creates job opportunities for whites. Since Lincoln was supposed to have freed the black man 100 years ago, and today the black man, according to the government economist, has spending power of $20 billion per year. We feel that with the black man spending $20 billion a year, not setting up any businesses, not creating any industries, not creating any job opportunities for his own kind, he's not in a moral position to point the finger today at the white man and tell the white man that he's discriminating against him for not giving him a job in factories that he himself set up. If the black man has $20 billion, and these so-called Negro leaders are such geniuses that they can integrate white restaurants and integrate white factories and force themselves into what the white man has set up, they should use this same ingenuity to show the black people how to pool our wealth and set up something of our own. And then we won't have to force our way into his anymore. One more thing I would like to point out concerning what he said about 125th Street. We don't waste our time on 125th Street, but you can reach more people in the street who want to change than you can in the bourgeoisie society, the bourgeoisie church, and the bourgeoisie circles. Our program is directed toward the man in the street. So we spend our time in the street, and what we do with that man, instead of trying to change the white man in your mind, make you accept us, we change the mind of the black man and make him accept himself. And as soon as he accepts himself, he'll solve his own problem. He won't be trying to force himself into your factory and into your bedroom and into your kitchen.
Now repeat after me. Don't be bourgeoisie. Accept me. Now we know Malcolm was big with us accepting ourselves as we are. He was big with us not being so in a hurry to integrate, because we can do so many things on our own. We are very talented individuals as by ourselves. We are very ingenuitive. We have come up with so many things throughout history as is. Malcolm just wants us to continue that. Continue to build together. As he said, we have a spending power of 21 billion. What is spending power? There's no such thing, because once you spend the money, it's gone. You no longer have power over that money. It's gone once it's spent. So instead of using that 20 billion to spend it, why don't we cut that in half? Use 10 billion to invest, 10 billion to spend. You don't have to spend so much. Malcolm hit it pretty much right on the head. Also, throughout his own mission in the 1960s to achieve his own goal, he left the nation because their ideas no longer coincided. They were no longer running parallel. They were bumping into each other. So in order for him to be able to work on what he wanted to truly accomplish, he left to establish his own organization, the Muslim Mosque Inc., and the Pan-African Organization for Afro-American Unity. He left to create his own thing in order to build what he really wanted to build. We have to understand that there's always people out there with a similar mindset, and we could find them, group up, and work together and build towards common goals. You know another entity or group of people working together for common goals? The Black Panther Party. The Black Panther Party was founded in 1966, which is 1 year after Malcolm X passed. Malcolm X passed in 1965, so the Black Panthers came right in after him, picking up the ball, because they seen his movement and what he was trying to accomplish and the solidarity he was trying to bring, the self-sufficiency Malcolm was trying to bring. The Black Panthers, Bobby Seale and Huey Newton mainly, seen that. So they came up with their own goals. They founded the 10-point program. The theme behind the 10-point program was to have complete control of the destiny of our community, to learn our true knowledge and to learn our role in this society. They were trying to open eyes. They were also trying to help. They had free breakfasts for children. They had free health care. They were hoping to raise money for those struggling so they can assist in clothing and feeding the neighborhood. Everything they came up with was to try to assist and help the community. They originally started by following the police around with these guns. As they followed the police, when they took somebody to jail, the Black Panthers just followed the police and then bailed the individual out. Right after they get bailed out, of course, 9 times out of 10, I'm pretty sure most of them joined up with the Black Panthers. It's all about community and pulling together and helping each other. Now, just to show you a little bit of the mindset, listen to Bobby Seale.
The fact that Malcolm X has been murdered probably drove you and I to a point to say that we're going to have to create an organization reflective of what he was talking about. The fact that Malcolm said that by legal constitutional right, the Second Amendment, every black man and woman and black person in this country had a right to have a shotgun in their home to defend themselves from unjust attacks by racism, which is one point that influenced us very much. But what influenced us even more was Malcolm's emphasis that we must have a political organization that dealt most immediately with the housing and the clothing and the shoes and food for the people. That while we deal with this, ultimately, the revolutionary process will go on, and it will probably still be somewhat of a violent revolution. As you know, even in this period, although there's numerous violence still being committed against black people.
You heard him. You heard him. The first thing out of his mouth now, since that Malcolm was murdered, it's probably caused Huey and I to get up and start what we have started. And what they were trying to accomplish is the development of black communities, economic growth, establishing black business, promoting black dollar, unity within the community. Same thing Marcus Garvey promoted, same thing Malcolm X promoted, same thing the Black Panthers promoted. They're all entangled with the same mindset, which is to help our people thrive. So let's pick up the torch. Let's pick up the torch. Let's get involved. Let's do some research. Let's learn some new things. Let's learn some new techniques and tactics. Let's not keep looking at things the exact same way we have been looking at things. Let's not forget about what history has taught us. Let's remember to work together. Let's remember to build that black economic power. And that brings us to the conclusion of Blackout Friday. We appreciate you for joining us. We will hope you make your way back. Please like, share, and subscribe. We will be dropping videos like this every Friday. So make your way back.